Hi friends, today we're going to finish up our Ling and Ting book, today when we're done reading this, we're going to review what we're going to be doing today, which today you're going to do a 5-sentence summary. So you're just going to tell me what the book was about, what happened first, then what happened. It just needs to be 5 sentences and you're just telling me all about this book, okay? So today we're going to finish up, we're going to read the last two chapters. So chapter 5 is called The Library Book. So let's see what they get themselves into at the library. Let's see. I am going to the library, Ting says. I'm going to get a fairy tale book. Will you get me a book? Ling asks. Get me a book about dogs. At the library, Ting looks at all the books. Then Ting sees a book with fairy tales. I must see Ling right away, Ting says. So she runs back home. Now, why did she run back home? Why did she just check out the book and that's it? I wonder why she's running back home. Ling, Ting says. I remember my card. It was the King of Hearts. That is good, Ling says. Did you get me a book about dogs? Ting turned to peek. Oops, she says. I forgot. I wonder why she forgot, that silly little twin. I think she forgot because she got so excited. She just had to run back home and totally forgot about the books. And that was it. I think they ended up going to the library together because Ling was probably like, all right, fine, I'll just go with you just so I make sure you don't forget. All right, so chapter 6 is the last chapter. It's called Mixed Up. Tell me a story, Ling says. Okay, Ting says. Once upon a time, there were twin girls. They were named Ling and Ting. People saw them and said, you two are exactly the same. Oh, good, Ling says. I know this story. Then one day, Ling sneezed during her haircut, Ting says. You mixed that up, Ling says. You sneezed, not me. So Ting, that silly little twin, is telling the same story that we read about in chapter 1. But she's changing the words up to make her sister look silly and not her. When Ling sneezed, her magic hat flew, Ting says. My magic hat flew, asked Ling. It flew to Ting. She put it on and waved her chopstick. She turned the dumplings into money. Chopstick? Dumplings? Asked Ling. For the King of Hearts. He couldn't decide if he wanted to marry Ling or Ting. Marry, says Ling. What? So what is Ting doing here? She's basically retelling everything that we read about in this book, but she's adding her own twist to it. She's making up a complete story that's not true because in what we read is definitely not what Ting is telling Ling. Oh, Ting, Ling says, you mixed up the whole story. But the twins told the king to go away. They were not exactly the same, Ting says, but they always stayed together. Well, Ling says, at least you got the ending right. So although they're very different, there's one thing that will always stay true is that they are always together till the end. So that's just them. All right. So we learned a lot from this book. We learned about how the twins are the same and how they are different. We learned how Ling and Ting, they're still the same, kind of, but they're different. Even though they're twins, they still are different. So today, you're going to do a 5-sentence summary. And just to help you out, this is how it should start out. In this book, just fill in the blank, okay? It needs to be 5 sentences. So I'll even start it off for you. In this book, it's all about Ling and Ting, and all the things that they get into, how they are silly, how they are different. And in the first chapter, this happened. In the second chapter, this happened. You could write it that way. Just make sure it's 5 sentences long. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Class Dojo. Hold on just a minute. My computer keeps messing up. So just send me a question, and I'll love to help you. If you need to rewatch all the other videos from this past week to remember what happened in this book, you can do that too. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you guys are very, very safe with this whole corona thing going on.